Hi friends, welcome to this special brioche baking adventure. It's rich, buttery, soft and has a slightly sweet flavor with a perfect golden crust. Whether you're enjoying it for breakfast, as French toast, or simply slathered with jam or Nutella, this recipe will bring that bakery fresh magic right to your kitchen. Honestly, once you make this at home, you'll never want store-bought again. And in this video, I'll explain every detail along the way, sharing perfect tips and tricks so you can make amazing brioche at home with confidence. Let's get started. First, grab a bowl and add 100 milliliters of milk, 25 grams of sugar, 5 grams of instant yeast. Give it a good whisk and add about 4 tablespoons of bread flour. Mix it really well until it's smooth. Cover it and let it sit for 30 minutes. After that, you'll see it bubbling and looking alive. That's your yeast doing its job. This step kick-starts the yeast and ensures a strong rise for your dough. Plus, it enhances the flavor, giving your bread that signature brioche richness. If you have time, you can also refrigerate this mixture overnight. This gives the yeast even more time to develop flavor, resulting in an even tastier brioche. While our yeast mixture is resting, let's mix the dry ingredients directly in the stand mixer bowl. Add the rest of the bread flour. This recipe we are using total 375 grams of bread flour. Rest of the sugar, around 50 grams, and half a teaspoon of salt. Give it a quick mix with a spatula or whisk. This ensures that the sugar and salt are evenly distributed and ready for the next step. Crack 3 medium-sized eggs into a small bowl and whisk them gently. Total eggs weight around 150 grams. This makes it easier to mix into the dough later. Simple but effective. In brioche recipe, eggs are essential because they enrich the dough, moisture, and a soft, pillowy texture. They also give the bread its beautiful golden color and rich flavor. Almost 30 minutes have passed. Now let's check on our yeast mixture. Look at this. It's bubbly, active, and absolutely perfect, ready to work its magic in our dough. A well-prepared yeast mixture is key to fluffy and flavorful brioche. Alright, it's time to bring everything together. Attach the bowl to your stand mixer and add the yeast mixture to your dry ingredients and start kneading on low speed. While gradually adding the whisked eggs and knead for about 7 to 8 minutes. Brioche dough is an enriched dough, which means it has lots of butter and eggs. This makes it soft, sticky, and a little tricky to work with, but don't worry, we've got this. It requires longer kneading for the gluten to fully develop. Don't be surprised if it takes up to 20 to 30 minutes overall in the mixer. If you're kneading by hand, make sure your surface is clean and floured lightly. It'll take more patience, but the result is worth it. Here comes the magic, the butter. Gradually add 120 grams of soft butter, one piece at a time while the mixer is running. Once all the butter is incorporated, increase the speed to medium and knead for another 10 to 15 minutes. Did you know brioche has more butter as an average white bread recipe? That's why it requires longer kneading for the gluten to fully develop. The dough should be smooth, elastic, and slightly shiny. Depending on your mixer and environment, the whole kneading process can take 20 to 30 minutes, so be patient and look for the signs of readiness. Check for the window pane test to know it's ready. Take a small piece of dough and stretch it. If it doesn't tear and forms a thin, almost transparent layer, you're good to go. Now transfer your dough into a lightly greased bowl, cover it with plastic wrap or a damp towel, and let it rest in a warm spot for about an hour. It should double in size. If your kitchen is cold, pop it in the oven with just the light on. To check if the dough is perfectly proofed, gently poke it. If the indentation slowly springs back, it's ready for the next step. Once the dough has risen beautifully, punch it down to release any air bubbles. If your dough overproofs and deflates, don't panic. Just gently reshape it and start the proofing process again. Keep an eye on it as it gets close to doubling in size. Divide it into 6 equal portions and roll each one into a smooth ball. Arrange them side by side in a greased bread pan. Cover the pan and let it proof again for about 45 to 1 hour. Preheat your oven to 170 degrees Celsius, 340 degrees Fahrenheit. Once the final proofing is done, make an egg wash by whisking together 1 egg and a little bit of milk. Apply this gently over the top of the proof dough using a pastry brush. This will give your brioche that gorgeous golden crust. Then bake for about 30 to 35 minutes, or until your kitchen smells like buttery heaven. Once the bread is baked, let it cool before slice. And there you have it, soft, fluffy brioche that's perfect for any occasion. Let's discuss with best 5 tips. This might be helpful every time. If your dough looks too soft, don't worry. Brioche dough is naturally soft and sticky because of the butter and eggs. If it feels too sticky to handle, lightly dust your hands with flour, but avoid adding too much as it can affect the texture of the final bread. Trust the process, the dough will firm up as it proofs and bakes. Make sure to use softened butter. The consistency of the butter is really important so that it incorporates into the dough quickly and well. On a winter day, you may need to keep it somewhere warm to give the butter a chance to really soften. Proofing can also take 2 hours at a cooler room temperature, so make sure to keep it in the oven with the light on or the warmest place in your house. If you overproof the dough, the first or last proofing, the bread will have an unpleasant beer-like taste. So make sure to only proof the dough until needed. So don't necessarily go by time, go by the appearance of the dough. If your dough looks too oily, don't worry. If you live in a high humidity, high temperature area, this can happen. Stop kneading for a few minutes to let the dough rest, then continue kneading until the dough becomes smooth and elastic. Or you can add 1 or 2 pieces of ice cubes while kneading the dough to control the dough temperature. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more recipes, and let me know in the comments how your brioche turned out.